You know how some days start off crappy and then they get better? That was not today. I went to the gym because I signed up for a gym and I don't know why. I don't like working out. So you go to the gym and they're like, you have to check in with a fitness expert first. Okay, fine, whatever. So I go in to meet this lady. She's a nice lady, sure, whatever. And she's like, you know what? We actually need you to step on a scale. I'm like, what? Excuse me? I have not stepped on a scale in 3 years. I don't see the point. I just really, really don't. The number's not important, and it'll just get fixated in my head because it's never going to be the number that I want. Doesn't matter. Just step on it. We'll have you turn around. You'll never know. Okay, fine. I step on it. I get off. She writes down some number, and then she's like, we're going to figure out your body mass index. 5, 6, okay, and here's your number, their secret number. Let's look at the BMI chart, or this number. Well, too bad. When I see the height, I can also see the weight. It's a graph. I have eyes. I now know how much I weigh, and I'm pissed off about that. And I'm like, fine, calm down, Marin. It's not a big deal. It's a number. It's a silly number. It doesn't matter, right? And then she's like, tell me what you eat in a day. To be frank, I do have the eating tendencies of an obese kindergartner, but that's okay. I'm alive. I'm functioning. And I tell her, I'm like, I really like, I like this, I like that. I really like Jimmy John's. And yes, I like mayonnaise. I love mayonnaise. And she's like, oh, okay. Well, between the M&Ms and the cookies and the Jimmy John's and the mayonnaise, you have a very high sugar, high fat diet. In my head, I'm like, okay, I have to eat better. So I come home and eat a piece of chicken with some rice and some salad, and it was boring. Recollect the day. I have this really exciting thing coming up tonight. I'm going to go out and I'm going to go karaokeing with a bunch of new friends, and we're going to go to dinner first at this place called Glenn's. And I'm like, okay, I'm so excited. I'm like looking it up. I make the reservations, a party of 6 for 6:30. So I get ready. I go out. I'm looking good. I walk to the L, and it starts to rain. This is Chicago summer rain. And I look up at the clouds that were not there before, and they are all gray and menacing, and it starts to rain. And it's just hitting me in the face. And then it starts being like, brr, brr, zzz, brr, brr, zzz, and it's all this thunder and lightning. It's like Zeus's Mardi Gras up there, and it's just like, and I swear I see ducks swimming by midair, and there are fish living amongst us, and it is crazy. So I get on the L and I go up there and I make it to the restaurant and I walk in. Nobody's there yet. Okay, fine. I'm a couple minutes early. So I'm like, hi, I'm Marin. I made the reservation for 6. And he goes like, I can't seat you until your whole party's here. And I'm like, okay, fine. I understand that. Whatever. So I stand there for 15 minutes and nobody's there. So I send out an email to the group and I'm like, hey, where is everybody? And then I text my friend Angie, who's supposed to be there. I'm like, Angie, where are you? And she's like, what are you talking about? It's tomorrow. Today's Friday. I'm supposed to be there tomorrow. So not only have I shown up to the wrong restaurant at the wrong time, I have reserved a table in a crowded restaurant for 6 people. And I have to tell the maitre d' man, I got the wrong night. And he's like, would you like to make a reservation for tomorrow night? And I'm like, I can safely say I'm never coming back here again. And I ran from that restaurant, got on the L, started heading back to downtown. And as I'm on the L, this gentleman comes over and sits by me and is like, hey, you going to the jazz festival? And he's a little creepy. And I'm like, excuse me? You going to the jazz festival? And I'm like, no. So now not only am I not going to go karaokeing and I'm not going to have dinner, I am not going to the jazz festival. Typical. And I'm so caught up in thinking about the fact that I don't get to go to the jazz festival, and my life is not filled with jazz festivals. I miss my stop, and I get off a stop later, and I don't know where I am. I get out, and I'm literally like walking the wrong way. I'm walking in downtown Chicago in the dead dark of night, soaking wet. And you know what else starts happening when it storms? The wind comes up, and I am wearing a skirt, and the skirt is over my head. So I am now flashed Chicago. I have missed the jazz festival. I have missed karaoke. And I have alienated myself from Glenn's Diner forever. And I'm walking, and I'm like, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Life has no purpose. And then I see it. I see a Jimmy John's, and I walk into the Jimmy John's, and I just look at them, and I say, give me all your mayonnaise.